couldn't get that finish. It looked like he didn't know quite how to finish that choke. And then he ended up getting TKO'd in the second round. But really interesting performance from him. He showed flashes of potential.
So what do you think? So he's got 3 fights here, and obviously this is this Ben's debut coming up. Do you think the experience will mean something more than just the debut? I know,
I think it definitely matters because those first fight jitters are hard to describe. We've all 3 felt them.
Yep.
Like, after getting that first fight out of the way, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to go in there and spaz out, which I did. My first boxing match, I absolutely spazzed. Every bit of my training went out the window, and you see that happen a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's keeping your nerves under control and trying not to adrenaline dump.
So let me ask you this, Dennis. Have you trained with Ben? Obviously you have.
I haven't actually gotten the chance to train with Ben. I know Eric Mon has trained with Ben.
Yeah, Eric Mon said that Ben trains exclusively with him, but I've heard he actually trains with the Heathen Clan. Thor and Hensley, Eric Mon, all those guys have been working with him for about 6 months. He's a wrestler, had a wrestling background in high school, and from what I've seen about him, he's a family man. He's got 2 kids. Seems like a real down-to-earth, likable guy. And it's always interesting when you see guys like that deciding to jump in a cage and fight somebody.
Absolutely. Well, and since you mentioned the kids there, I noticed this when I was looking at Lyons there, that he's announcing they're having a baby in August, which the reason I bring that up is sometimes when you're having a kid, I know from having 3 kids, it gives you a little bit extra inspiration.
Absolutely.
You feel like you're fighting for somebody.
Like Donald Cerrone, after he had his boy, he was a different guy for a while.
Under him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can speak from experience. It's, you think about your kids when you're in there. You don't want to let them down. You don't want to come home beat up. So it gives you a different kind of inspiration to go in the cage and get things done. So it'll be interesting, not only for Nicholas, but for Ben as well, to see, if that kind of plays a factor.
To weather the storm, yes.
When we see Ben Youkers walking out now, he's got Thor and Hensley there in his corner, and Heathen Clan's newly minted grappling coach. But his name's lost to me. That's what's sad. I'll get introduced to somebody, and their name's immediately gone. Pretty bad when you're a commentator, but the fellow with the beard, new grappling coach at Heathen Clan Combat.
Well, listen, man, all of us have brain damage. That's the problem. We don't just commentate, we also get punched in the face.
Exactly.
I do know he's a judo black belt, so I'm wondering if we're going to see some of that tutelage in Ben Youkers, see if he's up for any clinch work, trips.
Well, I also wanted to mention this. I don't know how people feel about this, but I want to give New Line Cagefighting props for putting on boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and grappling, and exposing everybody to a little bit of everything. Not a lot of shows are doing that, but I think it's important, and I think it's an awesome thing. I think this gives everybody an opportunity to see every aspect of MMA. We're going to see it tonight. We're going to see how it plays out, and hopefully the crowd enjoys it. But I do appreciate it as a fan, not only as a commentator, but definitely as a fan, that we're doing something like this. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Nick Lyons looking very confident there in his corner.
Now, since Youkers has a boxing background, do you feel like he'll use his hands more than
I think
grappling?
that he has just started boxing about 6 months ago, but that's what Eric told me. He said he's primarily a wrestler, but he said he wants to showcase that he does have some hands.
Interesting. Okay. And that's the great thing about wrestling. They can dictate where the fight goes, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's not working out for you on the feet, you can change that. And if you don't have that tool, it's a long day.
All right. We're already in the clinch early.
And both guys, each guy has an
Youkers
underhook
definitely
here.
got the angle, though, doesn't he? Yeah. Youkers
Now
looks
he's
like
taking the
gonna
back.
win this. Look like the suplex is coming up, doesn't it?
He's
got the arm triangle, standing arm
He
triangle.
sure does.
He's got that T position
Yeah, he's
here.
not going to take that. He's going to take the takedown, it looks like.
And it looks like he's going to... Oh, man. Good recovery by Lyons, kind of getting his hips out. Here it goes. And good job by Youkers. getting it to the mat. Let's see what he can do from the top. Lyons throwing up the rubber guard. Yeah,
Yeah, good for him, man.
smart. That's a
Gives it
great
up,
defensive position. It takes a lot of flexibility, though.
Yeah, and oddly enough, I think it was rubber guard from the half guard, which is not as effective, but nonetheless, he was given a shot. He can go to dogfight position here. He's got the leg, which
He's
means he
fishing
should
for
go.
a guillotine here. Youkers is.
Yeah, and Youkers is probably going to drop to his back.
He's going to lose position here
Nope.
if he's not careful. He's in dogfight now.
Yeah,
Takes that.
interesting. They gave it up.
Good job by Lyons getting back to his feet here,
Absolutely.
out of that bad spot.
You got to give it to both of them right there, man. They had they thought about a couple of submissions, different positions, decided to take it back to the feet and see what happens.
They're trading knees here against the cage.
We're about halfway through this first round here, guys, and I'm not really seeing any first fight jitters out of Youkers, which is a good thing.
He's done really well so far. I do think that he seems to be getting a little bit fatigued because this is already a grueling fight.
Absolutely. It's not fun to have somebody that heavy leaning on you, trying to take it down.
But, look, they're both calm, and to your point, right? Nobody's spazzing out right now.
It's a good fight.
Yes.
Both guys look, I wouldn't say like veterans, but they look like they know what they're doing in here.
Exactly.
Well, as you
and I
said,
would say it's a pretty even matchup, too.
Yeah, as a debut fighter, I don't see much difference between the guy with 3 fights and the guy that's just starting, right? They're pretty even as far as their nerves go and everything else.
Nice knee on
and
the
I think
exit
that's where having a good camp comes into play, because I don't think Lyons has guys to train with. I think he's a lot self-taught. I think he's not in the gym a lot. And you see Youkers has been training with Heathen Clan for 6 months, and it's paying off.
Nice takedown again from Youkers.
Youkers needs to put the hooks in here.
He's
a
too
little
high.
Yeah, exactly. He's a little too high in the back. He did get the hooks in, but he can get shook off.
If he could flatten him out, nice job by Youkers.
Youkers looks like he's got him in some danger here. Is he under the chin? He's close.
He's under there. I think he has it, but I'm not sure. It's hard to see with the ref.
Regardless, he can finish with a strong hold here.
He's under there. If
10 seconds.
He's got the gable grip. This should be over.
It must not be that tight if the other guy's throwing.
There it is.
Oh my God! Saved by the bell.
Good job.
Absolutely saved by the bell. He looked.
I thought he had him for sure.
He got up. Lyons took a big.
Yes, he did.
Props to Lyons.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was one of those. And again, those 3 fights, right? Do you think he would have handled that well before?
Absolutely not. Yeah. That's a little bit of the veteranship there.
But props to Youkers, too, for not going too crazy. He took his time, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Now, the big thing to watch in a fight like this with guys who are just starting out is their cardio between rounds.
True. Very true.
Youkers is breathing pretty hard.
And you know what? It's the adrenaline dump, right?
It's that first fight thing. You're going to get tired.
Yep.
You're going to gas in your first fight. It's hard to see a guy who can go 3 rounds without that adrenaline dump after the first round.
Yep.
Because it's just so much pressure, so much emotion.
This second round is going to be good because, like you said, it looks like Lyons are going to recover pretty good. He's got his stamina back. He looks good in the corner
as well. He looks confident. I think he knows he took that round. If Thorne Hensley's probably telling him you had that one. Excellent work. More of the same.
Yes. Yeah, you see him shaking his head over there. Giving the yes sign, meaning he's taking the instruction. Like he's bouncing. He looks good. I think this is going to be a good round. Both of them look like
I think if that round would have been about 5 seconds longer, we might have seen a tap, or we might have seen Lyons go out.
Absolutely. He's not breathing hard at all. Youkers there. He looks good. Round 2. Surprisingly, I'll be honest. If I was in between rounds, I might pass out. He's looking good. He's looking very good, man.
Good jab out of the gate, and that rocked him a little bit.
Now Lyons
they're
is
kind of pushing punches, right? So I think they might look a little worse than they are because they kind of pushed, but we're going to see here. And it doesn't look like it affected him at all.
It's a great job of Youkers getting into the clinch and getting him to where he's comfortable.
So look, he's going to omoplata. Here comes omoplata. He needs to push that left leg down.
If he could cut that angle on that, he might have it.
He's got it. I've got a feeling he's going to shoot rubber ducks.
I'd like to see him switch to the triangle here.
Exactly. I'm wondering if he knows exactly what he's got.
Good job
he's got
by
a lot of things right here.
Youkers was smart there to trap that leg and step over.
Yeah,
he lost let it go, but there was options there for sure.
Youkers just pushed that knee down, stepped into half guard.
It looks like he's ready to pass the half guard right now to
Stepping
Mounts.
right into
Here he
Mounts.
goes. Now Lyons is going to be in trouble. We've got
That overhook's the only thing keeping him safe right now, and he's wrapping the back of the head, but here in a minute, he's going to get punished.
This looks rough. You know, if these punches are unanswered, they may stop this fight.
He's going for that choke again as well.
All he has to do is stretch him out right here and throw some punches, and they will end this fight. And that's one thing you get with experience. You don't have to do anything crazy here. You can just stretch them out, lay them on their belly, and they'll stop this fight. He's looking good there.
The ref's taking a close look at it. This might be the beginning of the end here.
Oh, be careful there. Falling off the top.
Yep.
He's good. He's doing a good job.
He's hanging on to position.
Lyons is defending himself that he's not moving.
Nope. You got to try to advance position, or the ref's going to stop it.
Absolutely.
Lyons needs to cut his hips. I would let him have him on again.
And Lyons,
there we go.
Oh, Lyons the back maybe.
Lyons did a good job, but he could end up in a triangle here. Or a Kimura. Look at the Kimura here.
Yep.
Youkers got a couple.
You can tell Youkers jiu-jitsu, though, not that strong. He doesn't know that Kimura's there. He doesn't know
staring at him in the face. There's not an armbar.
He's trying the armbar.
But he can switch this to a triangle.
He has it. He has that triangle.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know it.
He's doing a good job. It's okay. You know, this is why they do these. This is an
he's 6 months in.
Absolutely.
And it's a great performance by him. It's so far flawless. You know, he's not had any issues, not been in trouble.
And that's one of these things. I think sometimes you can be too critical of amateurs. You got to remember where they're at.
I would like to see him try to turn him, get him flattened out. Then you could actually stop this fight. These shots aren't doing much, but it was enough. It was enough.
Yeah, good job, Youkers.
With the TKO in the second round.
And now,
excellent debut.
That takes Nick Lyons to 0-2 against Heathen Clan.
I got to say that was a dominant performance by their Youkers. I think he looked calm. He looked composed. For a debut fight, he's got a strong,
Go talk to Mr. Youkers.
He's got a bright future ahead of him.
I would agree. As long as he, stays to it, stays dedicated.
Absolutely.
The sky's the limit. Youkers went 3 for 3 on his takedowns.
Yeah.
100% there.
It was a good fight. It was a good fight back and forth. I mean, definitely Lyons was in the shorter end of the stick of most of that, but I thought he defended himself well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was a good matchup. So, Dennis, do you train at Heathen Gym, right?
Yeah, I go out to Heathen every now and then. It's a little far of a drive for me, and then I bounce back to Tartarus with Eric Swan and those guys. But yeah, I've done a little training at both.
So are they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Are they just now trying to get their Portsmouth gym going?
They've finally gotten everything in order. It was kind of, they threw some things together and made it work, and now it's really starting to evolve.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting a strong fight team put together.
Great. Cool. Round 2 minutes 24 seconds. Referees not 2 strikes. Train right now. My friend, the first files. Free, you look absolutely flawless, beautiful performance, great wrestling. Thoughts for a team they win. Okay, tired, but go great for the first round. Yeah, fine, finish in the second. Good first fight. It looked like you got saved out of the elevator at first. It looked like you had that name pretty deep. It's kind of tough to see over there, but did you think you had to get I knew it wasn't fully sinking, but I thought the combo was a little bit longer. The big training is better now, or church out, or sinking it better. So what's next for you? Grabbing my coaches, find someone who's next. Get in here again. Ladies and gentlemen!